Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, like the title says, I'm going to be talking about my 2024 ins and outs. Definitely things that I want to do for myself for the new year and like the mentality and mindset that I have to start the new year. If you guys want to watch, please go ahead and stay and watch. Okay, so first we're going to start with the ins. So I have like a little piece of paper in front of me. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at that. So my first in of 2024 is being assertive. I feel like sometimes I just go with the flow. I'm like wishy-washy. Like I don't know if I say yeah, okay, or oh yeah, sure, when I really don't want to do something. And it's like I can't say no, but I don't want to sometimes say yes. And I kind of say, you know what, yeah, I guess, when it's something uncomfortable that I don't like or anything. So I definitely want to change that, and I want to be more assertive and be like, no, I don't want to do this, or yes, I want to do this, because I feel like sometimes like I said, I don't have like a voice for myself, and I tend to not do that, and that's not something that I want anymore. And that's something that I'm working on and I don't want in my life. I want to be more assertive. My second in is putting myself first. I know sometimes it could sound a little selfish, but definitely not in that way, because if you're not doing well for yourself and you're not doing okay, then you cannot help others. So that is like the term that I put it in, not in like a narcissistic way. I want to make sure that I'm okay and I'm doing well so I could be able to help others and assist as much as I can, because if I'm not here and I'm not okay, how am I going to help other people? So that's why I put putting myself first. Next is focusing on health, which is kind of like part of putting myself first. Because if you're not well, if you're not healthy, you can't do anything in your life. You always want to be healthy in your body, in your mind. You want to have a healthy mindset, which is the number one thing, in my opinion. If your mind isn't healthy, your body isn't. So like putting your mental health first, going to the doctors, getting your labs once a year, like just to see what's going on with your body, drinking your vitamins, your supplements, and that's what I mean about being healthy. My next in is happiness. I definitely want to focus on things that make me happy, things that bring happiness to my life, and joy. That is very, very important to me, and I definitely want to bring that, because I feel like last year 2023 was like a whirlwind of me being stressed and with anxiety and like always nervous and not happy with my life. And I don't want that anymore. Like bye-bye, leave that in 2023 and the other years. We definitely want to bring happiness into our lives, and I think this is not only for myself, but everybody deserves to be happy. My other in is doing things that bring me joy, which kind of fall into like that happiness once again, but not really, because I want it to have like a bracket of its own, meaning not do things that I do not like. For example, having to do things that don't bring happiness into my life, like hanging out with people that are not the best for me or mentally for me, or people who are not there. So I definitely want to do things that bring me joy. Like for example, I love to cook, so I want to get more cookbooks and try new recipes. I want a garden that is so peaceful, grow my own like herbal like garden of like rosemary and jasmine, and that's definitely something that I want to do. Also upload like more YouTube videos and not be like so perfectionist or judgmental of myself. My next one is spending time with my daughter and my boyfriend. I love doing that. I think family time is very important, so I want to do more activities and more things like that with my daughter and my boyfriend, which I love so much. And also my next in, which is I should have put like as my number one in, but it doesn't matter in what order I put this, is therapy. Therapy is so important for me. Like I was doing therapy in 2021 to like 22, and then I stopped, and I was like, okay, no, I need to get back on the therapy horse. So I did start therapy this year, and I'm super excited with a new therapist, and I love it so far. I did my first therapy session yesterday, and it was truly insightful and made me see things in such a different light. Things that I already kind of knew, but seeing it in different perspectives really like turned that light bulb in my head, and I was like, oh, okay. So I'm definitely going to work on that. I'm going to work on this. So it's good because you have somebody who is going to listen to you when you have therapy sessions, and they are there to help you. And the number one thing is that I told myself, I'm going to be 100% honest with my therapist about everything in my life. So I could definitely truly work on myself, because I don't want to like not say everything and then later on, be like, oh, I didn't say that, and I'm overthinking about something. So those are my ins. Now we're gonna focus on our outs, what we want out of our lives in 2024 and the years to come. So my number one out is stress. I feel like in my whole life, I've always been kind of like always stressed, but nothing like last year. Last year, the stress was like unbearable. It was like all the way up here. It was wild. It was crazy with the stress between like work and, losing myself and like my mental health. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that this year. We're working on ourselves, and that is definitely out. Next would be gossip. Like, I get it. Sometimes we want to like talk here and there about like, oh, family or this and that, or, little things and, celebrity gossip and things like that. But gossip doesn't really bring anything good into your life. Like, yeah, you talk about entertainment stuff, maybe, a little there, but like when it comes to like friends and family and having that gossip, that only brings negativity. For example, somebody calls me and is like, oh my God, did you know this, that, and the third? I'm gonna be like, okay, I get it, but I'm not interested in that, but let's talk about anything else. We have the power to like stop and be like, hey, let's talk about other things. There's so many things in this world to talk about. Let's not focus on gossiping, because I just feel like that just brings nothing good of value into your life to just be talking about someone. My next out is toxic family. Like, it has taken me a couple of years to realize this. I know I'm hard-headed, but just because someone is family doesn't mean that they need to continue to break your boundaries and continue to have access to you if they are not good for you, just because they're family. You can love your family from afar. So if you have that, how do I put it? If you do have the luxury of not being able to speak or have access to that family member, or if it's your whole family and you have that, do it. It's not good to continue to have someone always bringing you down, always being negative, always telling you you're fat, or, oh, you don't have a boyfriend yet and you're already hitting 40. Like, what kind of life is that? Like, things like that, just throwing out their examples. You don't need that in your life. So for me, I was like, out. Next is being an emotional basket. I recently learned this from my therapist, and he told me that I was an emotional basket. What that means is that I let people just pour their emotions and their problems, and I just let them come to me, and I need to like stop doing that. And that's something that I want to completely stop. And I think it's something that everyone should do. Cut the cord. We're not here to carry your burdens. It's definitely not something that I want in 2024. An example of that would be like somebody who just calls you and says, oh my gosh, that I'm always having horrible things happen. I broke my leg, blah, 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 like things like that. And you just have to be like, okay, stop. I don't want that in my life. And be like, honey, you need to talk to a therapist or a professional, because right now, we're not people's therapists. Yes, we could give people advice. We could give people, our 2 cents, but sometimes this is too much and you have to be like, okay, stop. We're gonna just like focus on other things and talk about other things, or, we don't need to be carrying other people's burdens. This is not how it is, Hopefully that makes sense. My last out would be talking down on myself, which I need to work on. For example, like, if you guys have seen my previous videos, I was like thinner before the panorama. So now I'm a little bigger, and you know, I'm getting used to it. But sometimes it will be like, for example, right now when I was gonna go ahead and start this video, I almost didn't do the video because I'm like, oh my god, I look like a fat bitch, like look at me, I look like a blob. Like I was saying that to myself as I was watching like the feedback, because before I start recording, I record a bit just to see the angles and all of that, and I was like, no, I'm talking down on myself, because sometimes I might be like, girl, you need to call TLC and add yourself to my 600-pound life, because I feel I feel like I'm so out of shape and nothing like I used to be. But you know, I'm trying to be nicer to myself. If I want to change something, I'm gonna change my diet, I'm gonna change how I do things. But you know, right now I'm going through fertility treatments, so I'm just being nice to myself. And then after that, I tell myself, once God willing I have another child, I'm gonna lose weight and I'm gonna get back to what I used to be. But you know, being more kind to myself and not saying mean things to myself, or also like, oh my gosh, I'm such a dumbass. You know, sometimes people say things like that. Oh, you're so dumb. Like, why did you do this? Like, if you talk to yourself sometimes, like, don't do that. Don't talk down on yourself. Like, you're intelligent, you're amazing, you're beautiful. I know sometimes we could be very harsh. We're our own worst critics, but that's definitely something that I want to change for 2024. And that is all on my list. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you do have ins and outs that you want in your 2024, please go ahead and comment. I would love to see, like, what is something that you want more of your life, or what's something that you want out of your life. So I would love to read and see what you guys say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be uploading more. That's a goal of mine in 2024, and be consistent. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys like and subscribe and ring the little bell notification button, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Bye.